Oil and Gas Investors' exclusive Premium Blend video series presents in-depth conversations with executives in E&P, finance, transactions, and technology.
How is big data helping increase your productivity in the Permian?
Where we start in the Permian is looking at kind of big data type sources. And we look at different packages of acreage, what sort of completions are being done, what seems to be working the best. And this pulls in a lot of some of the recent trends in terms of bigger jobs, more stages, greater proppant volumes, longer laterals. But we try and see in different acreages that the performance can vary and move away from a one-size-fits-all type approach and look at in specific areas what seems to be working the best, just from a statistical big data type approach.
What other technologies are you using?
We also look at it from the individual well modeling side, and that's more the traditional seismic, petrophysical models, geomechanical models, to look at what does the rock tell us in terms of what's the best way to stimulate, complete this rock. We see with this high intensity fracturing, with the mega pad starting to become a popular thing, with a lot of drilling from one location to attack multiple horizons. There's a big risk of fracking into other zones, other well bores that you really don't want to do necessarily with this degree of aggressiveness, you might say. And so we have to do the modeling work and look at how the geomechanical models behave, what kind of height growth we get, what kind of length, connectivity for these different scenarios is going to give the best return on investment for the operator.
How would you compare working in the Bakken to working in the Permian?
We've been highly involved with all that activity in the Bakken, and so it was a natural progression as horizontal drilling and targeting these different horizons took off in the Permian to bring some of that capability to the Permian. And obviously the Permian has many more horizons, targets, than the Bakken Three Forks area. And so we're able to both scale individual wells, what we were doing there in terms of modeling and optimization, also into multi-horizon architectures here in the Permian. So it's a bigger animal here. It's a bigger prize overall in terms of the oil content. A lot of the geomechanical learnings and modeling optimizations that we learned in the Bakken are applicable to the Permian.
How did you feel about tackling the challenges the Permian presented?
We had seen the potential that early explorers here, unconventional independents, had seen the potential with the vast resource in place in the Permian. The architecture of the wells looked a bit daunting, frankly, where you have 12, 13 horizons in the Midland Basin and multiple targets in the Delaware Basin.
What future challenges would you advise Permian operators to beware of?
Instead of a single equation, obviously we're dealing with multiple equations in terms of trying to optimize multiple horizons over given spacings, all at similar time interval. And to do that correctly and economically, it's a more complex challenge in that as you produce these different layers, you actually will deplete and lower the pressures, change the stresses in the layers, and that'll make how the hydraulic fracture behaves change as well in these reservoirs. And if we can understand that and design the hydraulic fractures considering depletion effects, considering offset well behavior simultaneously in a much more complex but much more hydrocarbon-rich type setting, that's going to be what's going to separate, I think, the winners from the losers.
For more videos like this, go to our YouTube page at youtube.com/heartenergy.